Welcome back everyone to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill and shout out to my Jordan brand family for sending these my way. Today we're going to be talking about some Jordan Tatum ones, and these are known as the cool grays. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome in. Today we'll be discussing the Jordan Tatum ones and the cool gray colorway. We'll go through the overview on these, jump into sizing, followed by how I styled this really classic cool gray tone, and then we'll conclude with when these will officially be releasing and for what price point. Let's jump right into it. So for those of you who are looking for a high quality, good looking basketball sneaker, this is definitely one that I would probably put at the top of my list. Definitely in the basketball community, I've been hearing just very positive feedback as far as this specific silhouette goes. As far as the inspiration behind it, as you can probably see with the cool gray pigmentation spread throughout the sneaker, it was heavily influenced by Tatum's very favorite sneaker, which was the Jordan 11 cool grays. So that is definitely what inspired the inspiration behind the look and feel of this specific sneaker. So as far as the upper goes, it's quite interesting the material that they decided to go with, but this in hand, just so you know, is probably the lightest feeling basketball sneaker I've ever held. This is probably the lightest Jordan basketball sneaker out there right now, which is very cool. There's nothing better than not feeling any weight on your feet, especially when you are going up and down a basketball court. The last thing you want is extra weight on your body. So this is definitely a very, very interesting silhouette because of how lightweight it is. But again, as far as this knitting goes, this is a very structured knitting. Definitely provides a little bit more stability than a stretchier knit. It definitely has a little bit of a rougher feel to it, and it is in this nice kind of darker charcoal gray tone. Then as we work our way up to the tongue, this has a lot of perforation going on. There's some massive perforated holes, and then again, more of this knitted texture, so you can see how breathable and how much air is actually going to be able to flow into this silhouette when you are going up and down the court. White laces work perfectly on this specific color scheme, and then we've got Tatum's logo on the tongue on top of this light gray nubuck, and that's on both of the tongues there, as you can see. And then we've got on the inside Deuce, which is nicely embroidered in white. So let's take a look at those details and then we'll move along to the side paneling. So wrapping around to our side panels, we've got some nice patent leather. Again, definitely paying homage to that cool gray with that patent leather, which I love that they've added that on the medial side of the sneaker itself. And it does kind of make a nice flashy statement down on portions of this midsole. Wrapping around to the back, that's where we're getting more of this lighter heather gray or cool gray tone for the nubuck material. We've got a nice pull tab here. And as far as Tatum's number goes, you can see that nicely embroidered here in white on top of that patent leather. As we wrap around to the lateral side, this is where we're getting the Jumpman logo embroidered in white. And then that same kind of knitted pattern spread throughout, and some nice hits of this metallic darker gray tone. The interior is in a light charcoal gray with a Jumpman logo in white. And then as we work our way down to the bottom, you can see that it is nice and open here. So a little bit less structure for your foot, but again, because there is this openness to the sneaker, it is creating much more of a lightweight feel. As far as the patent leather goes, you are getting that kind of woven in here as well into this structure of the caging unit. And then we do have a little bit of some branding on the bottom here as well for Tatum. Then the rest of that midsole is covered in white, and this is made up of some ground contact foam, which is fused as part of the outsole. So you can kind of see that works its way to the bottom, and it is quite squishy. Because it is a little bit more flexible and squishy, I feel like there is going to be a little bit of an easier way to kind of give this some more wear and tear than your typical midsole that you would have on other basketball sneakers. But again, because of this like lightweight squishy foam, it is adding to not having to feel so much added weight to the sneaker itself. As we work our way to the bottom, this is really cool actually. It is very simple on the bottom. We've got white and this translucent icy blue outsole here, which again kind of pays homage to that Jordan 11, but this is an uncaged zoom airbag, and you can see that they've got the Air Zoom Tech written on the bottom there, and then uncaged in this portion as well. So this definitely is going to give you a lot more of a spring effect in your movements when playing basketball. So it's really cool that they've kind of added that tech in there, and it's going to give you, again, a little bit more of that stability spread throughout. So let's take a look at all those details and jump into size and fit. All right, so as far as size and fit goes, I would say stick true size on this one. Again, I typically, for any performance-based sneakers, like to have them fit me perfectly. I don't like to have a lot of extra space or extra movement within my sneaker, but these definitely fit me perfect true size. All right, so now let's jump into styling. So of course, this is definitely a basketball sports performance sneaker, but if you are looking to kind of wear these as a lifestyle sneaker as well to the court or after you played on the court, then I've given some thought to how I would style them. So for the first look, I kept it pretty casual with some nice just dark charcoal gray cargo pants, and then I wore a light heather gray puffer coat to kind of match the gray hues of this.
Catwalk. The catwalk. Catwalk. Destroy your stuff on the catwalk. Do your thing, show your bling, make it look good on a catwalk. Destroy your stuff on the catwalk. Do your thing, show your bling, make it look good on a catwalk. On a catwalk. Like the way I feel in my gums, make it look good, I don't need no charms. They like this attack, cause it looks fire, I'm calm. I got everybody ringing the alarm. Take one step.
And for the second look, dressed up a little bit with a boyfriend light gray blazer and a nice velvety gray metallic dress underneath.
Now she she wanna strip me down. CK, I'm a boxer, she get a beat down. Lingerie haunting me, she wanna bounce on the real OG, never see him around. In it for thrills, ain't in it for the clowns. She wanna be the king and queen and wear crowns. They can try hide me, you can find me. Even when I blend in, man, I still stand out. Destroy your stuff on the catwalk. Do your thing, show your bling. Make it look good on a catwalk. Make it look good on a catwalk. Destroy your stuff on the catwalk. Do your thing.
Then for the last and final look, I wore a maxi silver skirt with just a nice gray hooded sweatshirt. Definitely gray sweats would go right with this as well. And then I layered that with that gray puffer coat.
Destroy your stuff on the catwalk. Do your thing, show your bling. Make it look good on a catwalk. Make it look good on a catwalk. Destroy your stuff on the catwalk. Do your thing, show your bling. Make it look good on a catwalk. Make it look good on a catwalk. Good on a catwalk. Make it look good on a catwalk. Catwalk, good on a catwalk. Make it look good on a catwalk. Catwalk, catwalk, catwalk. Handling biz while you and your clique just act fugazi. You couldn't persuade me to give a damn, it just don't faze me. I got my Xbox, she can't play me. Money in a text box, I get paid. You the best. You the best. No contest. You the best. You the best. No contest. You the best. You the best. There ain't no rest. For the wicked, I'm bad and I'm blessed. Put it to the test. For the rest, there ain't no contest. So what's next? Got me leveling up, I'm obsessed. I bring the fire like I'm possessed. My personnel and my clique is the best. There ain't no contest. There ain't no one like, cause are you dumb or you crazy? There's no way, G. My clique, we handling biz while you and your clique just act fugazi. You couldn't persuade me to give a damn, it just don't faze me. I got my Xbox, she can't play me. Money in a text box, I get paid. We the best. We the best, man.
All right, so as far as release date goes, these are set to release December 12th for $120. Again, if you are looking for just a great lightweight sneaker for basketball, this is definitely something you have to try out. Again, it's probably the lightest basketball sneaker I've ever felt in hand. So it's pretty incredible that they spared no cost in really implementing that lightweight effect to the sneaker. Other than that, thanks again, Jordan Brand, for sending these my way. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these unboxings and styling segments. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We will catch you on next episode.
No contest. My clique is the best.